Assalamu alaikum. Hello guys, how are you? Welcome back to my world of Insta conversation. Sorry, I just paused there for a second. I'm just really tired, so just excuse me. Today we're going live with a friend, and she's gonna come online and speak about her story. We are all set. I am just connecting with her, and we'll take it from there. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm just a mess. So, just oh, I'm just a mess today. Just connecting with her. Hello there. Hi. How are you? I yes, I can hear you now. Your voice was yeah. Your voice is still your voice is still breaking. Eh, I don't know. Okay, I can hear you now. Hey.
Hi, is it my connection or is it? I think it's just my connection. We just literally had a major storm, so that's
Oh my
probably why my
goodness.
connection is not. Hi, everybody. How's everybody?
Okay, so
I'm
before
talking
we
to you from
start,
Florida.
I want you to do a quick introduction about yourself and we will take it from there.
Yes, yes. Hi, everybody. I am talking to you live from Sarasota, Florida, in the U.S. It is 3 p.m. here. I don't know where everybody's from, but I am. So my background is I am a borderline and covert narcissist abuse survivor. I don't even know where to start, but I guess I'm here to share my story so I can help those women who are struggling and doesn't really know where they are at in their life and wanted to kind of find ways answer to maybe figure out a way how to exit relationship. But so yeah, I'm an artist.
Oh,
I'm a makeup artist,
ooh,
and I paint. That's my downtime. Is like painting. Acrylics is one of my passion, and it's kind of also a meditating thing for me.
wow.
So yeah,
I'm coming for a
a little
makeover.
background. Right,
Yeah,
right. Of course,
yeah.
of course, of course. I've been doing makeup for about 11 years.
Okay. Wow.
And then as an artist for about, I would say about like 5, 6 years,
Wow.
as a painter. So
Wow, that's the
yes. So I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to this. This is kind of a little nerve-wracking because then I have to review some of my history in past, relationship trauma, bad experiences in men's. I don't know.
yeah.
Right? You know how it is.
Yeah. So tell me, let's start this. Talk about your relationship, how you met the guy, and what you went through. So just talk about your journey.
So let's start with my borderline personality disorder X
Okay.
in the past. This has been about, I would say, about 4 or 5 years. So what happened is I didn't really know in the beginning
Mm.
that they're they're narcissists. I didn't even know that existed, by the way. I didn't even know what narcissist was back then. So, excuse me one second. Let me just put this thing on.
Yeah, sure. We are just waiting for her, guys. She just went to get something. Maybe her hands free or something.
Sorry about that. So, sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
So, I met this guy, super charming. Just so you guys know, sometimes you don't see toxic people in the beginning as toxic. They're super charming and super just a lot of what is it called? Like they just basically scoop you off your feet like instantly in the beginning. It's very facade. It's almost like they love bomb you in the beginning and they worship you to the ground. And basically, if you've never been in a relationship where you wish like, oh, I want to have a man this way and that way, and all of a sudden you have this Mr. Romeo, the perfect guy, and you just kind of like, you believe that that's the person you want to be with. I end up with narcissist, borderline personality for 2 years and a half. It was very long battle. It got very physical, very abusive, and it just a lot of manipulating, a lot of physical abuse, a lot of gaslighting. So you basically lost your identity, your self-trust. And I end up leaving the state so I could start my new life, and I moved back to Florida. And I thought I healed from the abuse, but I guess I didn't. 2 years took me 2 years. So after 2 years, I met this guy, and it happened to be a covert narcissist, which is kind of like, it was totally opposite than the borderline personalities, where they were very just completely opposite. They hid every single thing. You didn't know that they're narcissists until the very end. So I recently just left that relationship. It was 14 months of abuse, manipulating, and lies and cheat left and right. And didn't know it was. I actually didn't know till the very end that I was being abused and cheated left and right until the very end. So, anyways, I want to help women to be aware that even if you try so hard to fight for the relationship because you're dying so hard to have a family, you want to have someone there to love, and if it's really unhealthy and toxic, and you've given this guy multiple chances and 1,000 times tries, if it doesn't work, force it.
Right.
You'll end up you just end up deflated, emotionally destroyed, just a lot of distractions in your life. You lost focus. I lost interest in painting. I lost interest in life. Just a lot of, discouraged thing, and you just end up having you just feel deflated. So I don't encourage women to fight hard on a relationship where it's not healthy for you. You gotta focus on you. So that's why.
So you were in, if I got that right, you were in 2 relationships which were toxic. One was 2 years and one was 14 months.
14 months, yeah, it was 14 months, this recent one, and it was 2 years, the borderline personality.
Okay.
That one ended up like the mystic balance case, 2nd degree, but I made a mistake. I left the state, I dropped the case, and I kind of basically hid myself and try to recover on my own, trying to like start from ground up because I was so frightened and scared. This time, the 2nd time around, I don't think I am that of afraid now, because now I'm very well aware, and I'm more educated on what I'm dealing with. So now I'm fighting harder to really like fight for this type of personality disorder. You know, the woman shouldn't have to deal with this at all.
Right,
It's, you know,
Totally, I totally agree.
right.
So tell me, after your first breakup, the relationship that lasted for 2 years, what did you do for yourself to heal yourself or to feel better? Uh, what were the steps that you took in that time?
I actually did a lot of meditation. I love going for a walk
Okay.
at the beach. So that's been my favorite thing to do is going to the beach. I meditate a lot. I read some books just to help me educate and help me kind of just to help me understand that I'm not going crazy. It's just a little helpful stuff that I'm still in my I'm still a normal person because I've been gaslighted, I've been basically manipulated, cheated, lied on, and things that I thought once was right. It's just got twisted, you know. So I've been doing a lot of meditation. I go for a walk, and then recently I started to try different new things, play guitar and learn how to play guitar. So I figured that's a little bit different than what I'm used to, just to give me a little excitement, things to do.
Right.
Yeah, I've been depressed. Yeah, I've been depressed. So now that helps a little bit.
Right. And let me tell you, I've spoken to many survivors, and they tell me the same thing, that they never knew about the word narcissist or what it was. It was not until they were in a bad place that either they seeked help through a professional or they looked up or whatever, that they found out about this. And that's why I think that it's so important to talk about this issue again and again, so that we can reach out to people and we can educate the coming generation, and maybe we can come up with solutions. Why is it become so common? Because every person, every third, fourth or fifth person you meet, at least for me on Instagram platform, I feel that they have a story to say about narcissism. So I think that's something that's been going on for so long and we were unaware of it. I think now it's about time to really talk about it, bring awareness, and then really have more deeper conversations about solutions. How are we going to fix this?
Right.
Because there has to be a way. I mean, I know that they say that there's no cure for narcissism, but we can stop it before it even begins. That's how I see it, and I can be totally wrong, but I feel that there has to be a way where we can really stop doing this, because it's just so much makes just makes me feel that, oh my goodness, we just toxic, toxic, toxic. It's too much of.
It's so sad. I'm so like it's shocking to me how this behavior is just like you know, allowed like every day. Like you're seeing women depressed and taking medication just because of this toxic relationship. It's sad to see that nobody's doing anything about narcissists. You know, they could kill spirit and kill. You could literally get killed by this relationship without touching you emotionally. At the very end, just my example, my borderline personality, I almost attempted suicidal. I was so depressed. My mind was just deflated. Everything emotionally, mentally, physically. You kind of like decided to, oh my gosh, you know, like I can't think straight. I lost my self-trust, everything. And it's very sad because what happened is we women, we try so hard to fight for a relationship. You know, we give it like a good try because we believe in them, and you know, you fought so hard, you invested so much in this relationship. But we have to educate other women too. Narcissists are not normal people. They're very they have lack in empathy. They don't have, they basically don't have a soul. They don't feel you. And you're giving so much of you, giving so much of your time, but all they want is just game, play, manipulate you. They love seeing you crushed. They love seeing you hurt and all that. So you have to remember, when you realize that these people are toxic and narcissists, you gotta like leave, run, no contact, lock yourself somewhere. I don't know what you do, but I did that since I left. He actually discarded me. So this covert narcissist, so I actually fought so hard, and then when I decided I wanted to try to fix the relationship, he discarded me on the moving day and the place that we picked, and he decided to, within days, invite his other ex-girlfriend to move in with him. So you see how it is. It's kind of like I was the main girl, but then he's also having other supplies everywhere. So that's just how their game is. They're not normal people. They would do whatever it takes for them to get supply and get attention and get all this stuff from different people. So you have to just help yourself run, you know, sort through what you need to sort through within you and heal. That's all you have to do.
Right. And tell me, you see, from where I come from, see, I'm from Pakistan, and I feel that men being narcissist in my society is gonna be more common, because men in my society get away with so many things. Like, they could just physically abuse you, they could verbally abuse you, and they could do tons of things. And uh, it's like the answer is men are like that, or women provoke them, or just suck it up. After a few years, they'll just calm down. So where they're not, uh, they're not sorry, where they're not asked about what.
They're dominated.
Yes. Basically, they dominate sorry, they dominate the society. So in such kind of culture, I think that finding narcissist male is more common. But I just see this is more like a global issue, where yes, maybe on my side there's more, but I see this a lot everywhere, and it's surprising that even we have so many women out there who are narcissists.
There are they're also women, yes, and I believe they get away a little bit more because men are more dominated, more popular in this kind of behavior. So a lot of women that could be narcissists or sociopath, psychopath, don't get to expose so much. You know, it's they can get away with anything because men is like more to blame or whatever that might be. But majority, yes, men, because they are, you know, they're just from how they were brought up, raised up. They have to be tough. They can't show emotions. They have to be manly. So I think that's one too. And also it's from your parents, so how you were raised, brought up, you know, loving home, loving family. So if you don't have a loving parent or even a mother, that could affect them as well. Yeah, it's sadly. So I decided to open this narc awareness just because I am so tired of being run over by toxic people, narcissists, and just abusive men. And I want the woman to know that it doesn't. I grew up in the village. I came to the United States with, you know, no family here, and I able to escape from all this abusive, toxic relationship with no help. You know, it's scary for other women to. I can't leave my husband, or I can't leave my boyfriend. I don't know what to do. I can't afford to be on my own. you're stuck because you have all financial things or attachment to whatever that might be that hold you from leaving. But then you're also dying inside slowly. It's like a slow death. If you're in a toxic relationship, there is no way for you, to survive if you don't leave. You'll go downhill to a mental breakdown or attempt suicide. I don't know what it is, but I able to manage to leave and start from ground up. You work hard, you take care of yourself. Unfortunately, I just end up with narcissist people. It's just like, I don't know why I kept attracting these men. One thing I found out is that if you really take care of yourself and trust your worth, know your worth, then you'll be able to avoid this kind of men.
Yes, you are absolutely right on that. I have been doing a lot of study on that, and I see that if you really take a step back, and if you really see that, okay, not just narcissism, just general, even if you're in a toxic relationship, why are you staying, both genders, men and female, why do you stay? It's because maybe somewhere down the line you have some uh, low self-esteem issues, or you have
Yes, yeah.
some trauma of childhood which you could navigate through. So I feel that like you said, that why you keep on attracting them, and now you stop because maybe you became more self-aware, and maybe now you're at a point where you know your worth and you don't want a person to define it for you. So you would now know that, okay, this relationship is not working out. I don't know if this person is a narcissist or not, but it's not working out. I'm not happy. So you know what, I'm just going to back off, because for me, my peace is more important. And it's scary, because relationships take time. You have to work on them, you have to compromise on them. I totally agree with all that, but I think we've just gone overboard with compromise. I think you need to find that balance where you are, okay, I will compromise this much, but if I compromise more than that, then I'm just compromising my whole identity. So I'm not going to do that. So if this relationship is not bringing me happiness or peace, then it's okay to walk away. Sometimes they're just not toxic, sometimes you guys just don't click. You don't have to forcefully be in that relationship, just like friends. You don't just become friends with everybody, right? You become friends with who you click. So and you leave the ones that didn't resonate with you, or your personality, or your persona, whatever. And 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 there's no grudging you for that. So why not in marriage or a relationship, which is so important? Because with marriage you have kids, you have your whole life, that's the companionship. So why not are we allowed to really see, okay, is it giving me the peace, the happiness, or whatever everybody's priority in a relationship is? And if it's not there, why not just part ways? I I really think that just generally people need to think that if I am in this relationship, why? For what reason? You know?
Right.
And
Right. Well, in general, we're such a fighter. Women are such a fighter. We don't just quit, but we have to learn how to, like you said, you can't keep compromising things. You have to have boundaries. You have to have strong boundaries. And I learned this. I'm almost 40 years old, and I'm still learning how to set boundaries. It's not like I can't hold on to my boundaries firmly. It's just that when they ask for forgiveness, we're so quick to forgive, and we let our boundary, like, you have your boundaries. You told them not to do this, and not like, what do you mean you want to do that? That's like crossing lines. And then they come back and begging for your forgiveness, and of course, you kind of give them chance to do it.
because you're a good person, that's why.
Yeah. So you're so forgiving and you listen to them, and unfortunately narcissist people are they're so manipulative. They're absolutely con artists. They would do anything to make you believe that they've changed, or they understood you, whatever, just to get you back. Normal relationship would be more addressed properly. They would change the ways they do. They see on your side of the point, they would say, okay, let me just change this because I love you and I respect you, I'll change that. But narcissists will keep pushing your buttons and try to test your waters over and over and over in a different ways. You don't see it coming, unfortunately, and you just end up in this deeper hole. You can't leave, you can't get out. So very, very important at the beginning of the relationship that you really, really listen and have that strong boundaries. And I've learned this. I mean, trust me, I've had 2 narcissists in my life, and I thought I'd learned from the beginning, the first one, and then I end up in the covert narcissist, and that's heartbreaking. It's so funny.
I'm sure.
Like, how did I not see that coming? How did this whole thing look so perfect? And then, it's manipulative and such a con move. You're watching like a live theater that's completely off. Like, what?
Right.
How did I not know that?
Right. And I have to say, I applaud you for still being so strong for yourself and holding yourself up. It's inspiring, and a lot of women who are on this stream are learning from you and seeing a beautiful person sitting in front of them who is so strong to come out of 2 toxic relationships. And don't be hard on yourself, because these, it's got nothing to do with you. These, like you said, they know what they're doing. They know their game. They know their script. And you being a good person, having a good soul, having a clean heart, you fall for it because you're a good person. It's got nothing to do with you. And like you said, they ask for forgiveness, and you forgive them, and you let them come in by breaking or whatever, bending or being flexible with your boundary. But that's got nothing to do with you. You're just a genuinely good person. It's just got to do with them, and they having that manipulative attitude, like you said.
Right.
So tell me,
Right.
in all this time, did you have any support at all, or what did you do?
So the first nurses I was with, I did not really seek help as far as therapy, because I basically kind of heal it on my own. Did a lot of meditation, devotions, books, lots of walks. And this one, the recent one, I decided to reach out to therapy. Actually, he had me reach out to therapy while I was in a relationship. So this is one thing that they use against you, is your past. When they love bomb you in the beginning, they'll ask all your history and all your weaknesses, and then they use that when you're in your vulnerable time. So during the end of the relationship, he'll be like, you need to seek therapy because you're ruining the relationship. You're still not healed from your ex-fiance narcissist abuse. So they kind of like use that to make you believe that you're the one who is at fault. So he had me seek a therapy. I did went to seek therapy, and come to find out that he's the one that's doing all this stuff. So I am in therapy now on my own. I have a group of women that I talk to through this narco awareness page, which is very, very helpful. And what else am I doing? A lot of journaling. That way I can write down all my feelings and what mistakes I made in the past, so I could like see it and I could repeat it and verbally speak it. A lot of stuff like that. So yeah, so I have a few sources of help in therapy, of course.
Okay, great. What would you want to say to women who are stuck in a narcissist relationship?
Run. Okay, so I know it's not easy, especially when they build you up. All these promises, if they're false promises, they're not real, by the way. You need to have a plan A and plan B, just because leaving a narcissist isn't easy. They will hoover you back and they'll manipulate you, and you end up in a cycle. So you need to just have a firm plan to leave. If you have a family member, reach out to them. I know it's not easy to tell everybody about narcissist relationship, because it's kind of like, what do you mean? You look good outside.
Right.
You look perfect. It's taking care of you. It's showering you with gifts, and you take you on trips and all that.
Right.
You know, don't, just do you can to stay away from the narcissist, because at the very end, it's your well-being and your safety. I leave and I no contact, zero, block from everything, and that's the healthier way. Now you'll have waves of emotions, like you're lonely, you're missing the thing that you thought it was real, but it wasn't really real, because they put that in your brain. So just escape from all that. That's like my most very like, to me, I really urge you guys to not go back to a narcissist, because you'll just I'm afraid that you're gonna end up hurting yourself, or you're gonna go on a mental breakdown. So you need to just leave. Yeah.
Right. Well said. Thank you so much for coming on board and sharing your story. And I think you're amazing, and you've done so well for yourself. And
Thank you.
I'm really touched.
Thank you, everybody here. Thank you.
Yeah, and we're all here. We're here to support you. Reach out to us, connect with us, and stay blessed. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Alrighty, guys. Take care of yourself. I'm out.